Hey everyone. Welcome back to Alpha Nutrition. Today we're going to talk about HIV, specifically the difference between HIV-1 and HIV-2. HIV, or the human immunodeficiency virus, attacks the body's immune system and can lead to acquired immunodeficiency syndrome, or AIDS if left untreated. So let's start with HIV-1. This is the most common type of HIV and is responsible for the majority of HIV infections worldwide.
HIV-1 is classified into 4 groups: M, N, O, and P.
The most common group is Group M, which is responsible for over 90% of HIV-1 infections. Group N is rare and has only been identified in a few individuals in Cameroon, while Group O is mainly found in West and Central Africa. Group P is extremely rare and has only been identified in a small number of people in Cameroon. HIV-2, on the other hand, is mainly found in West Africa, but it has also been reported in other parts of the world. It is thought to be less easily transmitted and to progress more slowly than HIV-1. However, it can still cause AIDS if left untreated. HIV-2 is classified into 2 groups, A and B. Group A is mainly found in West Africa, while Group B is found in West Africa and also in Portugal, where it was introduced by people from former Portuguese colonies. HIV-2 is less responsive to some of the medications used to treat HIV-1, making treatment more difficult. However, HIV-2 is still treatable, and some medications can effectively manage the virus. It is significant to remember that both HIV-1 and HIV-2 are transmitted in the same ways, and the methods of prevention are the same for both types of the virus. It is also possible for a person to be co-infected with both types of HIV, which can complicate treatment. So, what are some of the differences between HIV-1 and HIV-2? Well, as we mentioned earlier, HIV-2 is less easily transmitted and progresses more slowly than HIV-1. This means that people with HIV-2 may take longer to develop symptoms and progress to AIDS than people with HIV-1. However, HIV-2 is still a serious disease and requires treatment. Another difference between the 2 types of HIV is the diagnostic tests used to detect them. The majority of HIV tests are developed to look for HIV-1 antibodies, although some can also find HIV-2 antibodies. Additionally, it's important to know which type of HIV you have, so that you can receive the right treatment. However, it's important to note that these timelines are not set in stone and can vary from person to person. Factors such as age, overall health, and access to treatment can all play a role in the progression of HIV. Another key difference between the 2 types of HIV is their geographic distribution. It is significant because it may have an impact on the kinds of tests used to identify HIV. While the majority of HIV tests are made to detect HIV-1, some tests can also detect HIV-2. Furthermore, it's important to know which type of HIV you may have if you are living with the virus. This is because some HIV medications are only effective against HIV-1 and may not work as well against HIV-2. If you are diagnosed with HIV, your healthcare provider will likely run additional tests to determine which type of virus you have and develop a treatment plan tailored to your specific needs. In addition to differences between HIV-1 and HIV-2, as well as various strains or subtypes of HIV-1. These subtypes are labeled A through K, and each has a unique genetic makeup. Subtype B is the most common in the United States and Europe, while subtypes
A, C, and D are more common in Africa.
Also, these subtypes can affect the effectiveness of HIV treatments. Certain antiretroviral medications may work better against certain subtypes than others. So healthcare providers need to know which subtype a person has when developing a treatment plan. Speaking of treatment, the medications used to treat HIV-1 are different from those used to treat HIV-2. There are several effective treatments available for HIV-1, including antiretroviral therapy, ART, which involves taking a combination of medications that target different stages of the virus's life cycle. There are also some treatments available for HIV-2, but they are less well studied and less effective than those for HIV-1. Treatment for HIV-2 is similar to that for HIV-1, although some HIV-2 strains may be resistant to certain antiretroviral medications. People with HIV-2 should work closely with their healthcare provider to develop a treatment plan that is tailored to their individual needs. In conclusion, HIV-1 and HIV-2 are two different types of HIV, with HIV-1 being the most common and HIV-2 being mainly found in West Africa. HIV-2 is less easily transmitted and progresses more slowly than HIV-1, but both types can lead to AIDS if left untreated. It's important to know which type of HIV you have so that you can receive the right treatment. HIV-1 is the most common and virulent strain of HIV, while HIV-2 is a less common and less virulent strain. HIV-1 is responsible for the majority of HIV infections worldwide and is more easily transmitted than HIV-2. One of the main differences between the two strains is their geographic distribution. HIV-1 is found worldwide, while HIV-2 is mainly found in West Africa, although it has also been reported in other parts of the world. It is important for healthcare providers and individuals at risk for HIV to be aware of these differences to prevent new infections and effectively manage existing ones. That concludes our discussion on the differences between HIV-1 and HIV-2. Thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next video.